This is Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Welcome to Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Crimson Tide. This place is charged up and ready for a big game today. And a rivalry like this is what makes college football great. Yeah, the tradition and the history, but right here, right now, there's great intensity. This is why these guys came to these schools to play in games like this. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, LSU Tigers, taking on the 11th ranked team, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Alabama will kick it off to get us underway. Bringing it out, it's Watkins. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop. The offense pinned back. Defense is coming after him. Able to get the pass away, but took a hit that time.
One way to slow down a very gifted quarterback is to be able to get pressure on him. Right now, the defensive coordinator is doing a great job of mixing up the looks, and the defense is winning the line of scrimmage, and I think it's really impacting this quarterback's rhythm.
He's going to hand this off. They bring him down right at the 20.
Good misdirection play right here. A lot of coordinators around the country like to throw that play in there just to kind of keep the defense guessing.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. It's a quick grab. They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
He'll throw it now. Caught near the sticks. It's Anderson. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a 1st down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Caught behind the line. It's Thomas. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Really good defenses put an emphasis on winning the early downs. That means holding your own on 1st and 2nd down. So you force the offense to consistently have to try on 3rd and long. That's exactly what's happened here in this series.
Back to pass. It's Nussmeier. The pass rush closing in. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time, allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with the first sack of the game.
He missed it. And with that miss, the score will stay right where it is.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown at the very least, 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? On the ground, it's Miller. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain. Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll try the option play here. He'll toss it to the back. Breaking free at the 35. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Every now and then we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
First down here for this offense. It's a quarterback keeper. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, you expect big hits in an emotional game, Kirk, and the quarterback that time paid a price.
Well, the quarterback's got to know in a rivalry game, he better have his head on a swivel. That time they hit him hard.
Now it's second down here. They'll run it from the gun. Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line. The last time they played, of course, Alabama won comfortably. That was an embarrassing day for the LSU faithful. They have not forgotten it.
Chris, I don't think anybody's going to forget that loss because it was so surprising to see LSU get blown out. But they feel much better about this matchup.
Third down coming up after that running play. Quarterback keeps the football. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, the quarterback does everything right except pitch the football. The defensive end's going to take him, which is great. That's what you want. But you got to get that ball out quicker to not allow that defensive end to make that play.
So on their first drive of the game, they'll go for it in their own territory. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Trying for a fourth down completion. Finds his man. It's Williams. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Oh, my gosh. The defense does their job. That ball is thrown short of the first down. They've got to rally with the ball and not let him have that kind of effort to pick up a first down.
This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. And they'll give it to the back. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
The defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. The quarterback's got it on the option. The back's got it on the pitch. And the defense is there to smother him. They were all over for the option play that time. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Clear movement before the snap, and it'll be a false start. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Eighth play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Makes a quick grab. Defense able to stop it. It's fourth down now.
Great job here by the defense. Third down and long. You drop back in coverage, keep everything in front of you, force that quarterback to have to check the ball down, and then you rally to the football to force his fourth down. Great job here by the D.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Lets it fly to the wideout. He pulls it in for a big gain. And they pick up the first out of the 23, getting closer to the red zone.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and a receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, tied. They'll try to add to the lead now to the PAT. And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. This one is not returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Scanning the field. It's Nussmeier. Here's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there, and they were able to knock it loose.
Here comes the Alabama offense back out of the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking. Moved right down the field for a touchdown. Aiming for the end zone. Tackle just short of the goal line at the 1. What a run.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Alabama's offense now lining up on first and goal. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, that's the drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to this big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Offense facing second and goal. Try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Alabama. Kicking team out for the PAT try. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Return starts from inside the 5. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. That fumble in the last possession set up a touchdown. Can they bounce back from that costly error here? Handoff running right. He moves the ball out past the 25-yard line.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down play coming up. Quick throw by the quarterback off the RPO. The defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. Short throw to the back. An easy completion. Tackled at the 35. Good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking for his big tight end. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw it again. Grab down the middle. It's Lacy. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
How about the offense here dialing up a good zone beater? Let's give credit to the coordinator for calling the right play at the right time, and the receiver finding the hole in that zone.
Here comes a throw from the red zone. Contact as he let the ball go. Touchdown, LSU. Strong game by this quarterback.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're only in the second quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field, trying to build on this lead before halftime. They got off to a slow start, but they've gotten it going here in the second quarter. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Well, they don't block the defensive end. It shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
So from the 21-yard line, it's now 2nd and long. The quarterback making some changes at the line. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it for a big gain. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Well, this is a beautiful play when the timing is right, as we see right here. The receiver's got to do a good job of working his way back to the football as the quarterback is throwing it. The timing here is impeccable.
Okay, ready?
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? And here's the handoff. It's a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9 coming up. The game goes back to 1895, Kirk, but as you know, it's begun to pick up intensity, this rivalry, because they are always in each other's way in the SEC.
Yeah, this rivalry doesn't necessarily have the history, even though it does go back to 1895. But you're right. Things seem to change when the SEC split East and West. It became a battle about who would represent the West, the winner typically between Alabama and LSU. It seems like every year from that point on, it's a game we all point.
He'll take a deep shot here. Makes the catch. Can he get in? The defense makes the stop at the 3. Timeout is called to tuck strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. After the big gainer, suddenly a great chance to score. 1st and goal from the 3. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama. So still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now, Kirk.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. So the offense gets momentum, scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. Fields it just outside the goal line. He steps out at the 23. That's where the drive will start. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Offense stops the clock with their 2nd timeout to talk strategy. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Back to pass. It's Nussmeier. He's moving out of the pocket. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. And it's incomplete. Just 5 seconds left on the clock now.
Well, that's going to go down as an incompletion, obviously, but I like that the quarterback showed his ability to escape, broke loose from the pocket, and put the ball on a string. Just wasn't able to come up with that completion.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Gets rid of it on the move. Caught over the middle. It's Taylor. We finally make the stop there after a huge gain, but that wraps up the first half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And they'll kick it away now to get this 3rd quarter underway. Returner decides to fair catch this. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
Hey, nice RPO here by the offense. The defense is going to sit back and make it easy on the quarterback. Hand it off up the middle. Nice solid game. Stay ahead of the chains.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Running back with the football. Looks like Alabama will have the first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
Second down after that previous play. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. And he just throws that one away. Took a big shot, but avoids the sack.
Mobility can be a blessing or a curse for some quarterbacks. Sometimes they feel that they can make a play on every single opportunity because they have such speed. Instead of just getting down or throwing it away, they try to force the issue. This one almost backfires on him as he tried to squeeze that throw in. He's lucky he didn't throw an interception.
On third down, he drops to throw. And looking for a big play here. Catch made inside the 10. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And momentum really building. Now, this one could get out of hand here in a hurry.
And that's the last thing you want to do in a rivalry game. Not just lose the game, but get embarrassed. Man, you got to fight for 60 minutes.
And the extra point makes it a 3-touchdown lead. Now they get set to kick it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Breaks a tackle into the clear. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. The 30. Inside the 20. And a huge gain. They finally bring him down at the 11.
Chris, how about that? This guy is a blur with a football in his hands. He gets one block out in front of him. It seems like he's setting a new speed barrier.
On first down, it's play action. Grab behind the line. It's Taylor. Tackled after the catch, but the ball moves to the 4-yard line.
This is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and if you go play action, it affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Handoff heading left. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Now the important point after attempt. The extra point is good. Still a 2-touchdown deficit, 28-14. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Takes the handoff again. You bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain.
A nice RPO here by the offensive coordinator and a big gain by the back. But let's give credit to the quarterback. He saw that this defense was sitting back, worried about the pass. So instead of throwing it, he hands it off and some nice positive yards.
1st and 10 now for the offense. On the run, it's Miller. He's brought down out at the 46.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Looking to pass. It's Milrow. Caught quickly. And the gain just good enough for a 1st down.
Well, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. Wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Handoff here from the shotgun. They stop him, but it's a 1st down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And he's brought down after a big 1st down gain. It's 2nd and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here.
You're starting to see this defense, I think, wear down now that we're in the 4th quarter. It's been a tough day for them, and the offense is taking advantage of it. A lot of positive plays. Good job at eating as much clock as they can here on this drive in the 4th quarter.
It's a solid run, gives the offense a 1st down and a new set of downs. He hands it off from the gun. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big 1st half, and he's already at it again.
This drive has already taken more than 3 minutes off the clock as you come up on 2nd down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They'll work the clock here with the running game. And the 2nd effort there will earn him the 1st down.
Well, this offense just seems to get more confident as this football game is played out. They've got a nice lead. Here they are in the 4th quarter, just working that clock, possessing the football, and trying to get out of here with a nice, solid victory.
First down and goal here. A touchdown just about puts this game on ice. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Here's a handoff on first and goal. The gain good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football.
Great job by the running back is staying inbounds to continue to work that clock. Working here in the fourth quarter with the lead. You got that defense getting closer and closer to their goal line. They are backed up and they are desperate. They've got to make a play here. The offense just has to take care of the ball. A chance to really secure victory here.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. And the offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. And they cut into this lead now on third and goal. That's a design quarterback keeper. And the defense brings him down. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. So on fourth down, they will settle for a field goal attempt. And the kick is good. Offense settles for 3 on the drive. And that will extend their lead even further. After adding 3 more points to the lead, they're set to kick it off. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Bengals offense is back out on the field. First play of the drive, to come out throwing. Trying to extend the play. On the run, he's going to chuck it deep. The pass is dropped, incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Running out of time in the pocket. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. And just like that, in one play, they've moved into scoring position at the 23. The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looking to scramble now with the catch. It's Taylor. And he's brought down at the 1-yard line. What a play on the completion.
Boy, great recognition here by the quarterback, recognizing zone defense. Initially didn't have anybody open, but I love he's able to show that he's got enough athletic ability to get outside of the pocket and be able to make that nice throw for a big first down.
He's moving out of the pocket. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete. Second and goal for the offense. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Bringing pressure. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Third and goal. Try to make it on the ground. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And they'll set up for the PAT. PAT is good. They still trail, though. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the receiving team has recovered. Looks like the hands team did its job. the Alabama offense back onto the field. So this game is not over yet. Score just got a little bit tighter. How will they play it? How aggressive on the play call? Receiver in motion now. Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
Well, heck, if they hadn't dug themselves such a big hole, what a positive play here, using that jet motion and that touch pass to pick up some huge yards and giving them a chance anyway of trying to come up with a first down.
Come to the line for second down and very short now.
Let's go.
It's an option look. Pitch play to the back. They make the tackle, but enough for a first down. Textbook execution on the option. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Scanning the field. It's Milrow. He's moving out of the pocket now. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
What a defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Keep it on the ground to work the clock here. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Christian, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Running play called on 3rd and short. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
This running back's had a big night, the kind of night you dream about, but the defense finally steps up and gets to him behind the line of scrimmage.
They've converted both previous 4th down attempts, so why not try to make it 3 for 3?
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown. Tie. Here's the point after attempt. And the extra point up and good makes it a 3-score game, up 17 here in the 4th. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And here's the return from inside the 5. Gets across the 25-yard line. They'll spot it at the 27. The first play of the drive now set up at the 27. First down, looking to throw the ball. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. And the ball is picked off. And he steps out of bounds after the interception, and that will be the final play of the game. There might not be